Don't you know that the music should be solemn?
Recording in progress.
Are you singing? Are you starting it off with a song? Or would you like a little song at the top, Theo?
Please?
No, you.
No, they love when you sing. So
I can't possibly.
Give them a melody.
I'm here with Theo, who's across the pond. There's a big lake, with his little wand. Okay, that's enough of that. We've only got an hour and 10 minutes.
Speaking of enough, I text you a picture. I want to come clean on something. I want to come clean with something that I gotta say, for lack of a better word, I was prejudiced against. I've never said this in my life, that I was not nice about. I was back in the day when I was a young person, that I might have really caused some chaos about. You are the OG, the original croc wearer. You've been wearing Crocs since I didn't even know they were a company. And I actually have a multitude, let me say the word again, a multitude of photos of you, of not just you, just your Crocs that I would take when we were on set. And I go, there he is again.
Dirty bugger behind my back.
Look at him. Look what he's wearing. And I'd show people and I'd go, look what this guy's wearing.
I'd come from my farm.
I just got my first pair.
How they feel, buddy?
It's the greatest thing I've ever worn.
I remember Flanagan and you. We'd be getting interviewed from TMZ. Yeah. I'd be walking out of the trailer with my Crocs on and my beard and everything, and Tommy going, "Look!" and I'd fling them away. Going to my bare feet.
How did you know so early? How did you know? Before this phenom, it's a phenom now, these Crocs.
Billy Fichtner got them first. They were from Denver, the original owners. I don't know how long ago, post Black Hawk Down. And he got me a pair and I went, these could work out. Well, I'm glad you sent me a photo too, by the way, of those.
So you've been wearing Crocs because they've been popular for a few years, but they're really taking on this thing now. Like people put like designs on them, and there's pins in them, and like they have you could bedazzle them and all this, right?
You put pins on them. You put that beautiful pin you and
you can put the pin from our drop, which we'll talk about. And now they're everywhere. I mean, they're literally everywhere. And there's knockoff versions, but there's the original. And I got my first pair and I said, but what really almost stopped me was I'm going to have to swallow my pride and erase every picture I have on my phone of Kim's Crocs.
Yeah, you croc cutter downer.
I was a croc cutter downer.
Croc cutter downer.
I was a croc critic.
And you were a croc critic. And I would say to you, have you ever tried them, Theo? Have you dipped your toes into them yet before you cut them down? Do you know what they feel like, Theo? Do you know what your toes feel like? Your feet will be happy. And we go, no way, man. Not for me. I'm a croc critic. And I go, okay, someday you'll grow up. And look at you grown up in front of your incredible audience right now.
And now I rock the Crocs.
It takes a big man to rock a Croc.
I rock and Croc. I'm rocking Croc all day. I'm Croc rocking.
You're rocking Crocking all day.
I'm Croc rocking here on the ranch. And I gotta tell you, I am loving it.
And the funny thing is, I haven't had a pair of Crocs on for months. And now
you better get a pair now.
No, I have them. I just have had no time.
You have them all over. You're the original. You're literally the first person in the world, besides like some chef in Brooklyn, that I saw wearing
and
these.
Boone's a Croc
Boone.
Guy. Oh yeah, Boone loves his Crocs.
Boone is a big Croc guy. Yeah. Megan said to me the other day, because I got her a pair, she goes, is it okay if I wear them to Target? I said, Meg, you do your thing. You could wear these things everywhere. This is basically, where we're at.
Okay if I wear them to Target? Sure it is, Meg.
You can wear them everywhere. People wearing pajamas to the airport. So anyway, speaking of merch, big drop.
Yeah, come on. Talk about it. Because by the time they hear about this,
it'll be available.
It'll be available, like for everybody in the world.
Okay, so stick with me here because I hope my sound sounds good. We were getting a lot of heat, a lot of flames for my sound. And Justin was supposed to fix them today, but he had something going on a family thing. So they're relying on you and I to make sure our sound is okay.
I think we sound pretty good so far.
I think so. If not, just tell us like you always do.
Yeah.
Someone wrote in the comments the other day, they said, I can't hear Theo, but who cares?
That's right. The greatest thing ever.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Ever.
So this merch drop, if I'm correct, it's 3 shirts and a pin.
It is 3 shirts and a pin, but one of the shirts are only Reaper Crew level on Patreon.
Okay.
So those, like, they're all special. Everyone's special, but that Reaper Crew, they're something else, those guys and gals. So they're the only ones who can purchase that one tee. The other 2 tees are super available. And I don't know how many pins we have left. You better get on it.
Those are probably gone, I got to assume. No, there's probably a few left. But I just did a contest. I did a contest randomly on Patreon the other day. Might have been sitting on the toilet when I did it, but I just wrote really quick, like, hey, I asked a question about the tattoo on Juice's head and like what it meant. And I said, first person to answer gets a free pin.
Oh, nice.
And they did. Yeah, and they did.
Well, I would have answered that. Why didn't I get a shot at it?
You don't know the date? Do you know the date?
The date, what it means?
That was tattooed on Juice's head?
The day you stopped following the New York Rangers.
Well, that was when Gretzky came.
Okay.
No. So I did these little contests, and then even today on Patreon, we posted a picture of you and Venus. Did you ever see that picture that I took of you guys? It's on Patreon now,
buddy. I don't know, but you should have been paid by FX to give your photos away because no one took photos like you did.
Do you remember why I took these photos? I used to take.
Well, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I can't just.
So here's the photo I took of you and Venus.
Oh, yeah. That was the last day.
Right.
Talking about her, you know what? Those breasts in front of her. Yeah.
Yeah. Put that on Patreon today. So there's a lot going on over there. But the point is of the merch drop, because we just got off topic, it's available now to the public, to everyone. It was a week with our Patreon peeps. I know the pins were in limited supply. There was only a couple hundred made. So I know those went pretty quick. But I think there might be some available. I have to get one because I want to.
I heard there was 42 left.
Oh, wow.
And probably by the time they hear this, they'll be gone. But you never know.
I really want that. He better save one for me because they take a long time to make.
Okay. Too late.
I need one. It was my idea. I need it. I need that in my Crocs. Okay.
You do. You need your croc pin.
Today's International Mushroom Day. You wouldn't know anything about it. I do. It's a great day for that, and a great day to put some lion's mane in a pill and put some oysters on your salad. Just so you know, if you have some mushrooms today.
Beautiful. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, get it. It's delicious. Saute them if you want. And that's what's going on. And now we're going to get into this episode. By the way, we only have one left in season 5.
We have this one and then one more. That is absolutely correct.
What happened?
I got into a panic. Theo, when I left LA to do White House Plumbers, as you know, I didn't go back to LA that often.
Mm-hmm.
I took 4 and 5 with me so I could watch the shows and take my notes. Do you realize, brother man, we only have one left, and I will be in LA to get season 6 so I can keep. Cool. Yeah. It just went like that, bro. They're going like that.
Do you remember how season 6 starts? No.
Not a clue, but I do know who dies.
Well, okay, because I think I know from, I don't know. I don't want to guess wrong because we guessed wrong on Opie. Well, you guessed wrong.
I did.
I have a feeling Clay dies soon, but I think it's in this season. Oh, whatever.
No,
doesn't matter.
I'll bet you your left croc in a crock pot.
Wow.
With a pin on the pot that Clay dies next season 6.
Shit, it's not next week. I thought it had something to do with that gun.
No, son, because Juicy Pants had a little thing with Jax on the phone. And it has to do with a gun.
I have that gun at my house. I have that gun here.
Are you fucking with me right now?
Yeah, I have it. It's in the garage. I do.
Was that one of the things you got to take?
Yep. I got it.
Ooh, that's
pearl handle with the Reaper on it. I got it. We got it. You know what? You want to know something?
That is so fucking cool, bro.
It is cool. And I got to tell you something. And I know that it is International Mushroom Day, but I was thinking, here's the thing. I don't really know the house, the way it's set up right now. Like all my son's merch, like remember we have our cuts are framed. They gave them that.
Sure.
Obviously
mine's not.
Oh, mine
Yours is because you died on the show.
Yeah. Mine's framed beautifully in
Beautiful.
glass. Oh, it's
Beautiful.
really nice. So I'm keeping that. Obviously, I'm going to keep my bike, but I have all this other stuff that when you guys were all kissing and hugging and crying, I was already dead. So I took everything, right?
Yeah, you took it all.
Yeah. I have that like big Reaper crew that's in bullets, that big sign.
I know. Gorgeous.
You know what I think I might do?
You didn't take my knife. You didn't take my belts. You didn't take my bangles. You didn't take my bike.
They sold
you didn't
all
take my
that
shirts. You didn't take my phony hair, my toupees.
I wore your
wig. All of
that. Your wig. Remember I wore the clay wig in the pictures?
Yeah. With Michelli.
Yeah. But the point is, I don't really think I'm going to put them anywhere in this new house we're living in, the new home. So I think I'm going to try to figure out something to like make people who would enjoy them have them. I don't want to keep them in storage. I don't like that anymore. I'm trying to live a minimalist lifestyle. So I'm figuring out, just know
you've got all your charities too. I mean, my charities as well. I mean, there's stuff that we can.
Yeah. So the wheels are turning. So maybe if we have something coming up, like how cool would it be that Reaper Crew sign that's in the clubhouse that was made of those big slugs, the big bullets?
No, it was shotgun slugs. Unbelievable.
Shotgun slugs. I have it.
Stunning.
I'm thinking we should auction it off for something.
Yeah, well, wait till a big charity comes along and we'll do that.
We'll auction off that gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a real gun, but and then you know what I have that's super stupid, but I kind of like it is on our last table read. You know how we have our name plaques?
Yeah, name tags. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I took
a little plaque there.
While I was there.
Did you take all of them?
I took them all.
Well, I'm still looking for mine 8 years later.
I have it.
No, I know.
I have it. I have everyone's. So let's get into this.
Here we go.
Because I'm just going to say the theme of this episode is Jax is the true villain. It's called Darthy. Do you know what that means?
Well, I do. I had to look it up.
It was Darth Vader.
It's a Greek name, and it literally means gift from God. So I'm just going to put this out there that some people might say, what's the gift from God in this episode? Some might say, oh, maybe Bobby saved Clay in a way. Like he really kind of did save Clay from Jax's wrath and maybe a bullet in his head. So maybe that's a gift from God. I just want to say that Darthy is in response to every single person we've killed on Sons of Anarchy. We should all be in prison for the rest of our lives. Yeah. And the Darthy came down to give us all a gift from God to continue on with the TV show. That's
because everybody should be in jail.
Everybody should be in jail. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, they do it in the barn. It opens up with Jackson, the journal montage, and I figure out that he's writing to his sons.
Oh, yeah. There you go, bro. Sure. Yeah.
Now, JT wasn't writing to him, or was JT writing to his sons as well, or was JT just writing?
I think JT was just writing.
Yeah, I do know that
for whoever was going to find that book, he was writing.
Right. But Jax is specifically writing to his sons.
I think you're right. Yeah.
We also see, this is the first episode, and I see why now, because it's a call to what happens later in the episode. We see Clay's back tattoo, that anarchy.
I've never seen that before.
No, me neither.
I just wrote that down on that gorgeous hunk of a back that Pearl's got.
Yeah.
There's a couple of tats that I didn't even know we had.
I know. They look like dime store tats too. They look like they came out of a candy machine. They're very simple. No offense to whoever.
Captain Crunch box.
Captain
Crunch. They came right out.
Not Captain. What was the other one that
Count Chocula?
No, the baseball one. The baseball one. It was like candy corn or
you're the cereal guy.
No, it's in a box. They used to have them at baseball games. It had a toy in it. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Oh, no. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Whatever.
Something corn. Yeah, the kernel corn.
It's popcorn, but it's like sugar.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Cracker Jack.
Cracker Jacks. Yes.
You pull that Cracker Jacks out of that Cracker Jack box. That tattoo. They found a couple of those boxes. They put them on Ron's back for this episode.
They did.
All right.
Jacked up. So he's writing to his sons. Bobby's bringing Clay to the table.
Big meat.
Clay spills the beans.
Yeah, and I just want to remind everybody, remember, we ended last episode with Bobby talking to Clay, telling Clay, this is how I'm going to save your ass. Remember
I
that?
just don't want to see you die or whatever.
I just don't want to see you die. Yeah.
Juice is a wreck at that table. Who decided? Who decided to play it like
wreck.
that?
Did Pete Weller, who directed this, come up and go, Theo, just cry a little bit more, be a little bit more emotional?
What a wreck! I would have stopped that meeting if I was Jackson. I would have said, "Hey, buddy, you all right? Like you look like you're going to go down." Juice has the flop sweats at the table. Tig is angry. Tig is angry as fuck at that table.
Wow. You know, and look, first of all, I said this, but this is one of the longest. It was really a terrific scene, longest scenes in the chapel ever. I really felt Jax looking at every single one of us for our responses. I felt you when Bobby said no to meeting Mr. Mayhem. I saw something in you, Juicy Pants, where you're almost relieved that someone else said no because you wanted to say no.
Yes.
I wanted to say no, but I'm a lapdog to Jax, so I got
me too, and so am I. We're both
and so are you.
Jax. Yeah. So the truth is, let's be honest, in an alternate universe, Jax and Tig would have not said yes.
100%.
They wouldn't have said yay.
100%.
But what's funny is the ones who aren't under Jax's thumb said yay so fast, like Happy and Chibs. Like they didn't even think about it.
Yep. Deserves it. You're out. You're dead. Get him out.
And I also don't remember us fully patching in Filthy Phil. Did we do that?
Oh, yeah. Well, they patched in Filthy Phil when we were in prison.
Oh, off screen?
Off screen. He just started season 4 being patched in.
Okay. So they take the Mayhem vote. Tig still said yes, right? We know Bobby says no. We just talked about that. Jax comes out and he attacks Clay. I kind of remember this because I remember the tension was through the roof at this point. Right?
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
This
I mean, that was hard to pull that little lion off of Pearl.
Yeah.
Me and Tommy got that chore. Pull him off. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
He was really going for it, that little Jackson.
He was really going for it. And Clay, you know, I know this was right about the time we've danced around it, but I know Ron was having a tough time around this time. This was the weird time, I always say.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, when you watch Goodfellas a lot?
Yeah. I mean,
movie,
not
right?
a lot,
Great.
but a few
One
times.
of my favorites, right? But there's
Terrific
a time
movie.
where he's talking about something and he says, this is the bad time. And like it goes and they're in jail. Like this was the time.
This is a real bad time.
This is a bad
on
time.
Sons. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's ups and downs, mainly ups, really a lot of ups. But there were definitely times where it was a little weird. And this was definitely the weird time.
Yeah.
So Bobby gives Jax the big talk, right? Low talking, a lot of low talking. And the yelling comes out of nowhere.
Well, it's just so weird because I remember watching it and seeing Booney like look over his shoulder before he even whispered something to make sure no one's really at the door.
Right.
And literally 2 seconds later, Jax is screaming bloody murder at Bobby. And I thought, well, that's just really weird. Why would we jump on that so hard?
The choices we make. Yeah, that was interesting. Shaking, everybody's shaking, a lot of low talking. And then what was interesting is what happened next. Clay's with Gema, answers at the door. He's getting patched up, and Clay lets them all leave and starts crying. What'd you make of that?
I think every single lead on this show had an opportunity, you and me perhaps more than others because of circumstance of what happened to our characters, of breaking down or not breaking down or feeling emotion or doing with it whatever you want. This was just an opportunity, I think, that Clay was given from Peter Weller, who directed it. Maybe it was written in the script where Clay just breaks down.
Can I ask you something about crying on screen? Because I
Sure.
think I do it more than most. It seems like every role I get, they're like, oh, by the way, you're going to have a fucking mental breakdown. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Right. I always, again, acting is life. Acting is mimicking life. You and I talk about this all the time. And especially when you're alone, do you rarely, and I'm surely not knocking anybody here, so I just want to put this out there, but rarely do you when you cry, do you try to hide it as if you're alone? You might try to like stop it, but you don't really go to your hands. I feel like that's a movie thing when you put your head in your hands, because it maybe like you don't feel it coming, right? Like, and you want to make the sounds, but there's nothing happening. Like the crying's physically not happening.
Yeah, that makes total sense. The only thing I can say to that is that, and I'm sure it's happened to you in real life as well, that sometimes when you cry, or when you bend forward, you might put your hands, you might put your head in your hand. You feel so weak. His cut is gone for the first time in his life. It's gone.
Yeah.
He has no life. He's barely hanging on with Gema. He's out of the club now. All the shit's come back. But I got to tell you, I thought they might stay on it a little bit longer.
Me too. They went out real quick.
They kind of went out a little quick for me. I would have liked to have hung on a little bit longer there. Ronnie was so good in that scene.
Yeah, he was. And just, you didn't see it coming, I guess, because you never see it.
No, that's a good point. You did not see that coming.
And that's why I think I said what I said, where it's like, I think that if he stood up and we saw his face and we watched him process it, because see, when he goes to the hiding, I don't see what we just said. I don't see the 50 years without the cut.
No, good for you, bro. And yet, coming up in about 20 minutes here, when we talk about what happens to Clay and the tattoos, did you notice his face
never changes?
Right here.
Yeah, it never changes.
Here. His eye did a little twitch.
Right.
You could feel the pain in his lips, but he never fucking moved.
Never moved.
Amazing. And the camera
so again, I think that this would have been a moment where if I was directing this, I would have said, no, got to see your eyes. I want to see the history. I want to see the cut. I want to see everything leave.
Could not agree more.
And I would have forced or asked him to please stay up, because I want to read it on you. I don't get anything from top of head and hands. I get it from the eyes never lie, right? So I want to get it from there. So I was just thinking about that for a lot of actors.
No, very good point.
Watch this. Okay. Tara's in the hospital with the lawyer. She's asking about life insurance. Everything's happening so fast. So that's kind of cool that she's thinking about that. And that leads to these other things. Chibs immediately goes to Jax. Pope wants a meeting.
Why was Tommy so teared up in there?
I don't know.
Chibs came into the chapel
to
tell Jax, meet. But he was so emotional.
Maybe about Clay or something.
It must be about Clay, or maybe some scene got cut. Something might have happened. Maybe Tommy saw Clay, or I don't remember. But
there's also that trick. You know the trick with actors, right? The trick with actors that I've watched happen a lot now that I've been doing this for so long is that a lot of trick that people get bogged in on is they think that if something's emotional, I'm not saying that happened in the scene. I'm just using this as an example and a catalyst to say this. They think that if you're emotional in a scene, it equals good acting, right? And the truth is, if it doesn't represent the scene, it's going to equal bad acting, right? If you're just acting emotional for no reason, that kind of makes you it doesn't.
That's worse. That's worse than anything.
That's worse than trying.
Hang on, just to be seen, I'm going to get emotional. I'm going
to get emotional. It's like, well, wait, we're just getting in the car to go to the diner. It's like, no, I'm gonna like really that door, and I want that burger.
my Aunt Margaret that she lost on the Packers.
Yeah. And whenever you say hamburger, it makes me think of Aunt Margaret. No.
Yeah. No.
We're just going to get a burger. But it's like, I think that actors think that. So, and that's, remember you and I have talked about these pauses people take that you could drive a train through, and you're like, what are you doing? What you got to answer me. And they're like, and it's that Brando thing. They don't realize he was searching for lines because he had his lines taped all over the room, but they think they equate it. So sometimes I think that emotion is added, and especially on a show like ours, where some of the most highly emotional scenes, Tig, Opie, Juice have been part of those, have been rewarded by the fans, right?
Well, they're warranted. They're warranted. So I'd love to know what Tommy was thinking when he came in, because he was emotional. I don't know.
Might have been a cut scene, or it was Clay. Yeah. Was he emotional about Clay?
Yeah. All right. Good point.
Maybe.
Here we go.
He won't remember. I'll tell you that.
No, God, no.
Okay. So Tara's being grilled by this guy. He's flaming her with these questions of like, why would you do this? Why would you do that?
What a good little scene, though. Like,
he was great. I don't know who that guest star actor was.
Gosh, he was good.
He was great.
God damn, he was real.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was so real that you actually were like, I was thinking when I watched him, like, this is exactly how it would be with like a CIA guy or
there's no doubt.
Yeah. That's making the most of a scene you're in.
Without trying, you're just so real. And this guy was fucking great.
And he didn't push. And first of all, if I was that guy, the second I asked her a question and the lawyer whispered in her ear, I'd have been like, she's guilty. If the lawyer's got to tell you what to say, you're guilty.
No, you're guilty.
You're guilty. If you don't know how to answer this basic question,
Miss Knowles, I'm just gonna write down right now that you're guilty.
You're guilty
of association from your lawyer.
Yeah, because she's whispering to you.
Ear
All I asked you is if you went to the bathroom.
You is guilty. Yeah.
Okay, meeting with Marks and Pope. Again, remember, I don't know what's happening, but again, I don't know what's happening, so I'm probably going to look foolish, but it bothers me that he's asking him advice, and it bothers me that I've
hated every single one of them. I don't know what purpose this is, except for one thing. I'm telling you right there, that whole buddy thing, that buddy part, I think it's a total audience setup. I don't know if you remember what happens in the next episode, Theo Rossi. I'm not going to give it away. But I'm telling you right now that maybe one of the writing aspects of the buddy with Jackson Pope is a complete setup with what is about to happen in the next episode with Tig, Pope, and Jax. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Because I don't
because he agrees to give Tig up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right? Okay. Then we go to Lynn meeting with the cartel and crew. Cartel needs more guns. Lynn's busting out like G.I. Joe type bazookas. Where did these things come from? Who needs these?
Like, what the fuck is happening?
What are you going to do? Go into a bank?
We're a country now with armor and bazookas and tanks. It's stupid. We've gone from the odd 44 to that?
To a mortar, to like a fucking literally anti-aircraft gun. What are you doing?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And Tig had absolutely nothing to do with any decisions. Romeo wants the guns like now. Jack's trying to deliver. Everyone's in a bit of a rush. Gotta go. Gotta get it.
And this is big business. What are you in a rush for? We're talking about big business here.
Big.
I don't know. It seems stupid. And it seems like it's pandering to like, oh, we look at the big guns.
No, you're right. And we're not getting rid of the whole Benito and Romeo yet. And we got Donald Lowe's now on this thing. And we just got stuff going on. And it's when something is so big that you can't quantify it, so you almost don't care about it. It's almost like when they say the deficit's like 4 billion, and you go, I don't like if you said 5 billion or 4 billion, like that wouldn't matter. It's a lot. How about this? It's a lot. Once we get past 1 million, it's a lot, right? Okay. When you start showing guns like that, I zone out because I'm like, when are you going to use that on the show? Doesn't mean anything to me.
Doesn't mean anything. If I see the Sons fighting in the Redwood Woods or whatever it is with a mortar, we have a problem.
Yeah, we did that already. Can't do that again. We've already done that.
Yeah, Kenny.
You were tiptoeing through the tulips and they were like, bombs ready to blow your legs out. And you didn't give a shit. Theo's going to blow me up right now, please.
Stupid.
That was last season.
Tara and Wendy are having their meeting and Jesus Christ is at it again. Wendy's going to hit her with a big Jesus Christ when she says,
it's a bit soap opera for me in that scene. Got to tell you, just a little overwriting. I don't know. Ended with a hug.
She needs her and the whole thing. And
just not, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. So I'm going to move on to the next thing. I don't know either.
I don't know.
It all happened pretty fast. Wendy's back in the scene, and it's all for this ending, which I despise. But let's not get there yet. Okay. Old gun warehouse with the Irish. The cartel arrives. Had no fucking idea what was happening here.
What just happened? For what reason?
I don't know.
People are dead again in the warehouse, and then no more deaths. Hang on, everyone, stop shooting.
Yeah.
What? And now Galen's pissed. Everyone, I'm so confused. Galen's going to hurt SOA bad.
They even come? Why did they come?
Huh?
Why couldn't they wait?
I don't know. I don't write this show. Was I even in it in season 5? I don't know.
The cartel tells Jax after the Lynn meeting.
The cartel tells Jax.
Tells Jax, go get the Irish gun. Go get the guns from the Irish. Then they go to get the guns from the Irish, like the cartel says.
And then someone comes in from the outside with guns ablazing. Boom, boom, boom. Let's kill a couple of people while we're here, because no one's going to really think about what's really going down. We're going to get away with it. There's some violence. Let's go.
I would have been like, you told me to come here and meet with them and get guns. Why are you here? I don't know. I'm just putting on chapstick.
No, and then Jax goes, he tasks Tig to call Tacoma, get everyone together. We're going to have to be a big lockdown again. We've done this about 8 times on the show. Here's another one. We're in trouble.
Before we get to that, that scene, people are yelling and killing. Everybody's getting killed. All the stunt guys are getting killed.
Yeah.
Jax tells Juice to listen closely, calls him up, right? Something's nefarious is going on off screen, right?
That we don't hear.
We don't hear. We know something.
That's right.
Come back apparently later.
It does.
Then Nero's with his crew. I don't know what they're talking about. Now they have a problem with someone that we've never met or heard of. He's got problems with somebody. He's either a bizlat or they're fighting the bizlats or there's 10th Avenue crew. I don't know what's happening because this is all new. And again,
we're all new because Nero's been drugged right back in. He's been pulled right back in. So
okay.
He's the big, he's the big.
Why are we supposed to know what they're talking about? We haven't met any of these gangs they're talking about.
No, just to show Nero. It's to show Nero that he's back in. He's back in it. He's thick. He's killed some guys. He's back in it. That's all.
Olale. Okay,
olale.
So then Gema comes in. Gema and Nero have that scene.
Well, the Diosa Club, can I just mention, it's bustling. It's like Christmas right now.
It's making money hand over fist.
It's making money. Well, it must be because Nero's about to hand over $500,000.
Yeah.
Like what
the
fuck?
Yeah. I don't understand that.
I love what Gema said to Winter though. How's the ass? How does it look? Like a snack.
Oh yeah.
At least that was delivered beautifully.
It was.
Well
and
done. Again,
it's bustling. They had a lot of extras there that day. People are very excited when they're on the sunset, and everybody was. Again, I have more scenes in that club coming up, but I was never really there in season 5. You guys were there. I was never there.
No, none of us were. That Diosa really explodes next season, I think.
Got it. So, Juice with Clay and that gun. Juice is sitting there. Clay's showing him that he sees the gun. Clay gives him the gun. Before I could even process the gun, Tig shows up.
So can I ask you a question? Because I kind of remember shooting that. I do. Like, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Standing outside that door on set, and they had the outside set up like a real set, but you never really saw the outside.
Yeah, I do.
So you go to the front door and there'd be like a potted plant and there'd be like a front door.
Yeah. And the way Paul Maybaum lit it looked like you were out in the porch.
Yeah. And it literally is in the middle of the set.
We're about to roll now. Everyone shut it down. Shut down the guns and the Coke cans. Ready to shoot.
Help me out, guys. Help me out.
Help me out. Please help me out.
Help me out. Please, I need all the help I can get. Please stop talking.
I would say that all the time. Just help me out, for fuck's sake. Shut the fuck up.
So then you come in and you basically tell him, let's go.
Let's go. Why are you taking the gun?
I don't know.
Wow.
I have it here. I have it here on the ranch, but I don't know why I take it.
No, but I just wrote down. I really don't remember, but remember Jax called Juice about something.
Something about that gun.
Must be about the gun, you would think.
Sure.
Okay, sure. So let's just keep it at that.
Let's keep it at sure.
Let's keep it at sure.
It's something to do with a sure, a pickle jar, and a who cares.
Yeah. But certainly not uncalled for, because
certainly not uncalled for.
No.
This looks like it's called for.
Pickle jar, who cares? And a sure.
And a sure.
Not uncalled for.
Not uncalled for. No, this is called for, it seems. Now we go to the hospital.
With some strange white guy following them. Who's that fucking guy?
I don't know. Very tall. Probably they just got some ominous looking dude. I mean, they were like, hey, we want to put you on the show. And he's like, cool. Do I say anything? They're like, no, but just look as creepy as fuck. And they're like, we're going to also, we need you to be extra tall. So you really
and
stand
you're going to
out.
wear that lovely leather jacket that,
Yeah.
oh, wait, a lot of Irish guys wear.
Okay.
Let's put them in that.
Yeah. What am I getting credited as? Oh, just creepy guy at the hospital. Okay, cool. I'll take it.
That's so cool. Do I get lunch with this?
Yeah.
And
I'll be there.
then she would go, no, I'm eating your
Yeah.
lunch for you.
And don't talk to the main cast. That's what they're like. The poor guy's like, what?
Don't talk to anybody.
Don't talk to anybody.
You're lucky to get makeup.
So
Get in
weird.
here.
You never
creepy.
were an extra. I was a fucking extra. You get treated
No,
like
I was
utter
never an extra.
dog shit. Did I ever tell you my story about Sex in the City when I got what that lady said to me?
You can say it again, though. Yeah.
Did I say
love
it
it.
on this show? I
Yeah.
told you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it again. I got treated like fucking shit, and that wasn't the only one because I did extra work before that on other stuff. It is horrific.
Buggers, little buggers.
They just treat you like shit.
Nice.
You're making $110 for 19 hours of
Nice
work.
to the extras, for Christ's sake.
Jesus, I used to go up to every one of them and I used to say, hey, by the way, I used to be an extra. Like, let's do this, guys. We got this. You want to act? You know what's funny? A lot of extras don't want to act.
No,
You know that?
no, they've
It's like
retired.
a lot of
They just
stand-ins
wanna
don't
be
want
on
to
set.
act.
Yeah,
A lot of stand-ins don't want to act.
Yeah.
I would think that you'd want to do that.
David wanted to act, and he is an actor. My
He does.
boy, Jansen.
Yeah, he's on our show. Did he have lines
Nice.
on our show?
Oh yeah, he played the cop.
Yeah, so he had some lines, right?
Oh yeah, not too many. I said, please don't give him too many.
Don't
Dave.
give Dave.
Dave, you know how much I love you.
Yeah.
You're a fucking
Yeah.
good little actor too.
Dave, just
don't
stand
give him
for
too
it.
many.
Yeah, stand above it.
You're my stand-in. Come on, please.
I'm
You
trying
can't
to
let
upstage me.
Don't upstage
Um,
me, Dave.
So Wendy, this was a little peculiar about this hospital scene. We see creepy dude walking around. Chibs and Jax does the thing with the son at the candy machine. Like,
Poor Wendy, she can't catch a break, man. Like, can't catch a break.
and first of all, I think she probably should have explained more. No. Tara set this up. Hey. Tara's the one who recommended this, not me. That's what I would have said if I was Wendy.
I couldn't agree more.
She didn't do any of that. She was
Nope.
like, Tara knows. What
That's
are you
it.
so mad about? Meet me outside. Okay. Well, now they're outside. Here's my other thing. He says, meet me outside, and grabs his son. She goes and sits like 600 yards away on a bench. Why didn't she just go wait right outside the door where they're all
Because she
coming
needs
out?
to be picked up and kidnapped.
That's
So,
right.
Come on. Why are we thinking about anything?
Don't
We
think
just
about
got to get ready for the next scene, which is the car pulls up, and are we there yet?
We're not. We
Not
are.
quite.
The car
All right.
pulls up. We don't. We just know she gets taken because
Oh, so yeah, I want to ask you, why did we not hear a scream?
nothing.
I heard the car pull up, and they kind of burned out of there, but not. So did some big creepy Irish guy put a pillow over her mouth
know.
like that?
Or they caught her with like one of those giant dog nets. Like remember in the old cartoons?
Woo!
They get you
Yeah,
with the
Bugs
dog
Bunny.
net?
Yeah.
Whoosh. It just
Yeah.
kept going.
Yeah, and it had, you couldn't talk through it, and
It was
wrapped
like she
something else in her mouth.
disappeared, like almost like
disappeared out of
smithereens,
shit,
like
yeah.
vanished. Like it was like, oh, you're gone.
Like Captain Kirk did into space.
Yeah.
2
Like
days
just
ago.
disintegrated. And there's
Gone.
her purse and like
Yep.
a bag of Cheetos.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, and the cigarette was still burning. And then all of a sudden, everybody turns into a detective. Like they go over there and they see her bag. They see like the cigarette, and they're like, she's taken.
Go. She's
What
taken.
if she just had the shits or something? What if she had to run
She
to
had-
the toilet?
she had
and drop the
diarrhea.
bag?
Yeah, she just had to run away quickly.
Like, what if she was like heard a gurgling or something? She's like, oh,
Yep.
fuck, I can't even stay.
Gotta
for
go.
it. I gotta go.
How about it?
White Castle. Shouldn't have had it.
Nope.
Right? No.
Net car, no scream. Bye bye.
So Lee Turek with Wendy. Donald's great in this scene.
Donald's so fucking good.
He's so fucking good in this scene.
Did you know? Did we talk about that HBO show real quick? Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, 1%. We've talked about it.
We have.
Well, maybe we haven't with this.
Well, it was a show, you guys, that HBO had commissioned and wrote,
Greenlit before ours.
Greenlit before ours. I auditioned for it, actually.
Me too.
I literally did. I think you did too, right, Rossi?
I did, and I helped a friend audition for the callback.
Billy Fichtner auditioned for it. I mean,
called 1%.
It's called 1%. They cast Donald Logue as the lead.
Sonny Barger was the creative consultant.
Yeah, the lead guy. And Sons gets cast around the same time, a little bit
Donald
after.
Logue was Jax. Donald Logue was the Jax.
Was the Jax of the piece, but he was a lot older, obviously.
A lot older, yeah.
But ours kind of hit the road running and exploded, and HBO just buried it. They never even showed
so while
it.
they were in editing, while they were in editing, we were filming. We came out hot as a pistol, and we got through our editing faster than them. And apparently, somehow, ours aired, and they were still in process. Like theirs was like a big show. They spent like 3 times the amount or something on their show. At least, because ours was made for like 2 donuts and a fucking bag of hot tamales.
Well, they got me for a half a bag of Cheetos.
Yeah, literally a bologna sandwich. They got me for a wink and a compliment. So
it worked out really well for everyone.
It worked out well. So they apparently were sitting on it, and then ours just, and they were like, and even though we didn't start off well, ours had this immediate like cultural impact where they were like,
it had chatter everywhere. Yeah.
Even though we didn't have a lot of audience the first few seasons, they were like, oh, we're not going to put the show.
Actually, we didn't do too bad after about halfway through season 1. At the start of season 2, when what happened to Gema?
The Gema, that was the pop.
That started to really,
But the Netflix effect was number 4. First 3 seasons were available on Netflix before they had original shows. Boom. And when the show was available, it became, we tripled our ratings, I think.
Oh my God. It was crazy.
But also everybody knows the story. Our first night that we premiered was when what's his name said Sarah Palin, and that took over the news cycle. So like no one watched. I think we had like a 0.8 or something.
We had 42 people watching it. Yeah. It was my mom
and everyone in the military. Everyone in the military.
And everyone in the military. 38 people. Yeah.
Because when you and I went to our first USO tour, we just thought people in the military watched the show. Like, oh, okay. Military and old bikers.
So anti-war and so pro-troop. That's you and me.
Yeah, me and you. But then what we found out is the show shifted. It was like 60% women, 40%.
Well, you just showed Jax's bum one time.
Well, or you get
in your tummy with a diaper on. Come on.
Yeah, that diaper. I think the diaper is what you're the men. So Lee Turek, we get to hear his name for the first time. He really does a great job in this scene of like taking her down the road where it's like, well, can you explain this? And she thinks it's all innocent at first. And then he's like, but what about this? And now she starts to realize she's in trouble.
Yeah.
And he says, well, I'm technically unemployed and looking when he leaves the office. And you're like, this motherfucker is going to be a lot of trouble for these people.
Well, and I just want to say that card that he got printed out at Walmart. I mean, he could have used a better badge than that. Yeah, I mean, he just hands this little terrible white little card.
Kinko's. He got a Kinko's.
Like seriously, for $1.99 for 50 of them.
Yeah.
He could have done a little bit better.
Laser.
A little bit better. You got he's scaring the shit out of me already. This guy.
But he's great.
So good.
Here now we see the lockdown for the first time. I just want to say something, and I want to say from someone who shot a lot of these to whatever, these lockdowns are ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you what. First of all, does anybody ever change your clothes? People are in there like all in the same clothes. There's only one bathroom, so it's got to smell like death's door.
Not good. And there's still got, the panties and the bras down them that you threw in a season 2.
Filthy Phil goes in there and shits out some ribs. Like what? Who's going in there after that? It's terrible. There's only one bathroom. Okay.
And we got the same guy, the same extra holding the shotgun so wrongly
every
at
time.
The door. He doesn't know where to put his finger. It's so bad. I don't know who the consultant was for that. Out.
I never liked those scenes because I never liked where you had to stand, and it was like you knew you were going to be there all day, and you're just sitting there and you're like, you're with a lot of these people who you never really met, and you're just like, hey, this is cool. Like, hey, and they love, obviously they want to talk about the show, which is great. Cut to like 12 hours later, you're like, did we get this yet? Like, how many cameras are you? This is only going to be used for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
But they're like, someone's playing pool and someone's throwing darts and I get it. We're on lockdown.
Yeah.
The Irish, for some reason, the Fortress of Solitude is TM. They can attack anywhere else, but they can't.
No, right there.
Fuck out of here. Okay, so Clay gives info, and as he's giving info, Jax is so mean to him. He tells him basically, like, get the fuck out of here. And then Nero comes in.
Where does all that money come from?
Apparently, he had it saved.
And why is he giving it away? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. He had it saved for a ranch, is what we're hearing.
Did you listen to all this then when we were doing it for your ranch that you just bought? Were you taking notes back then?
Yeah, except I got out of the game. He said he couldn't get out of the game. The game kept bringing him in, right? So he gives, without even blinking, he gives Jack a hat.
$450,000.
Yeah. What?
Woo.
You going to sign anything?
No.
Collateral?
No. And he gets it right then and there. Where's that money? Under the pillow? Like,
and then if you break down this thing, they say now they're partners and he needs guns to fight this imaginary war that we just heard about in his kitchen over at Diosa.
Which is right over my head.
Okay. So how is Jax giving him guns without paying for them? Who's running the books here? This whole thing is
not Bobby. Bobby used to run the books pretty well. Not no mo.
Not
He's on
no
the outs
more.
with Jax. Yeah.
I don't know. So now we got Jax with Gema. He goes in to sit with her. I don't know. And then this is actually probably my favorite scene. I'm not just saying because you're in there. Is Tig with Clay and the Irish. The Wendy returned. Clay wants to make a move. Tig sees the hug and he tells you his plan. I thought that was the most honest scene of the episode. There's a lot going on there. Right?
I like the scene too. I really I thought after seeing that scene, I wondered, and you and I've already talked about it, but had I not been under Jax's thumb, I wouldn't have voted the way I did. There's something about showing the camera on Tig's face in this scene where, you know, when he goes, you know, don't feel guilty. And I go, I don't feel guilty. You fucking earned it. Meaning there's some truth to that. There really is some truth to it. And I love
but he also still loves him and they still have that thing.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
So I really like that. And I liked that when he was hugging Galen, like just seeing Tig in the back, like looking.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I like that because I'm curious of where this is all going. Okay. Wendy yelling at Jax. First of all, I don't believe it. It's not that Dre is amazing in the scene, but it's so out of character. Like it's just an out of character scene. And this is a character in Jax that yells at everyone, especially at this moment. Yeah. And he's going to let her yell at him and his wife.
I guess so.
No.
Yeah. It was a placement scene. Let's call it a placement scene
for what comes later.
For what comes later. That's all it was. And those are tough to play when they don't come, when they don't come organically from within the character.
Uncalled
and you and me, uncalled for, and you and me and the other leads, I had no issue going to Sutter and telling him something that I don't want to do or I don't believe it. And sometimes he'd listen and sometimes he wouldn't. But I felt good every time that I would bring it up.
I think it could have been done without the yelling, more of like, are you serious? Like you lost the kid? Like, what do you expect me to do here? Like, what are you doing? What's going on with your lives? You don't have to, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be the anger, but whatever. I'm not directing it. So, Jax thanks Nero. He's mad at Bobby, basically tells Bobby F off, right? He's done with him. Yeah. Gema with Clay.
Yelling at him.
Yeah. Yelling at him. You're screaming at him.
Yeah. If any other time I'd beat the shit out of you, but not right now.
Kill you, cut you.
Yeah, I'll kill you. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Gema with Clay. He gives her the birth certificates. She says all that. He says to her, she's all that matters. And then she tells him she'll think about it. So she's just playing him like a tune, right? The whole time.
Oh my God, that's what I wrote down. I mean, this is some of the best acting Gema has ever done. Forget about Katie. But Gema, in front of Clay, she's all bullshit. It's not true at all.
No, it's not true
at all.
And
man, it came across as if she was actually really thinking about going. So
yeah, especially when she like slid in his arms and all that. Because there were times in the beginning, where I was like, does she mean this? And now I know she doesn't, which kind of makes it more interesting. The choice.
Yeah. Good point.
Because she's really going for it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Burning at a tattoo. Clay's all beefed up. Ronnie has got the wingspan of a D lineman. All these extras in the garage. First of all, who are these guys?
Tacoma. Remember, Tig had to call Tacoma, get Tacoma down.
Why?
And again, in pure Sons of Anarchy quickness, we get $450,000 in about 10 minutes from the pillow that Nero has somewhere.
Yeah.
When I go get Tacoma down here, they're all taking private jets to get to that clubhouse. Like right now, here we go. They're down there somehow so quick. They're all Tacoma guys. Yeah.
I don't know any of them.
No. And, we knew a few of the Nomads, but Tacoma, they were always a weird little club. We didn't get to know them.
We didn't get to know them.
No.
But the guy, no. I don't know. I don't know why they're there. Okay. So Jax leaves and goes night riding, and the montage begins, right?
Yeah, so I said Jax peels out of there before it's over. So I guess that's fine.
Fine.
He saw enough. He's out.
All he needs to see. He's
happy.
He's mad that he's still alive.
Exactly. Happy really looks like he knows what he's doing.
He does. Happy's DL's a great tattoo artist, I think.
That's what I'm saying. He really knows what he's doing. He knows how to put them on, and he certainly knows how to take them off.
Do you remember this day?
Not really.
He was adamant about.
Well, I wasn't there. Tig wasn't there.
Oh, you're not there. Okay.
I've been counseled to go do something for Wendy. We don't know what it is. I'm not even there.
I'm not there either.
Jax didn't want me to see Clay get detatted because I might be too emotional, and I probably would have been. So I'm not even there.
Juice isn't there either, but I do remember DL, and I would love to, because I used to make fun of him for this. So I would tell him this if he was here. Sometimes DL had a hard time detaching TV from real life. So he'd be like, no, you got to alcohol it down. You got to get the gloves on. You got to really bring up the pen, and you got to get the ink out. And they go, we have about 4.5 minutes to shoot this scene. So like, we're going to start. You're already tattooing. He's like, yeah, but you'd have to take a break and dip every time. And they go, listen, suspension of disbelief. Just fucking rub your hand in the back. We're not even going to see it, but it won't. It's not going to look. It's fine. It's fucking fine.
Good old fucking DL, man.
And we would have these 30-minute conversations about it has to be exactly like this. And then finally he gets so frustrated. You go, fine. It just won't look real. And it's like, but it does. No one cares. Like, it's okay.
He changed his complete. He was circling the wagons early, and then he became a wagon in season 6 and 7 when him and I are burying more bodies out in fucking Trigger Woods or whatever it was called. He's go, good. Yeah, we don't need to dig. Throw him in. Let's go.
It's throwing his head still hanging out.
We don't need that anymore.
But in the beginning, it was so hard for him not to do.
He was a technical wizard. He was a wizard.
He's a technical wizard. So Tara's praying, and I love the shot of Turek with all the guns. I love the shot of him at the end of the bed and all those guns in the mattress. It's such a great shot.
Holy shit. Yeah. I just said lead Turek's got Turek. Is it Turek? Turek. Lead Turek has more guns in his bed than the IRA.
Yeah.
Like, holy,
and it's cool.
Rat's ass.
Super sleazy cool. Hotel. It's cool. It looks like a man with a plan. He's got it going on. So Tig meets up with Jax. I think right now everybody's confused.
I gotta say one more thing about Ron's performance, getting those tats off.
Yeah,
it was right in this area, Theo, where they really, and you brought this up earlier about, they zoomed in on his face, on Pearl's face. And man, oh man, this is acting. He just was feeling shit. How much do you show? Do you show the pain? Do you not? Do you cry? Do you just look? Whatever Pearl did on that furrowed brow of his and those beautiful blue eyes, man, I bought it. And it was a screaming close up.
Yeah.
And you know what they're like when they finally go on you and me this close, or Jax this close, or Ronnie this close. Here we go. Because it's going to show.
Less is more. He proves it in that
scene.
Oh my
God,
you can do so much with less is more.
Yes.
Less is so much more. So it's a great, I love that too.
Amazing. Yeah.
So what I love about this Tig thing at the end is I think that if I'm watching this as an audience member, I go, oh shit, Tig's going to die. It's the end of the show. Makes sense, right? We know it's the last scene. You just know when you're watching the show. Oh shit, he's going to give him to Pope, because that's your first thought. And then you go, wait a second. What's he handing him? Wait a second. Where are they? Oh, Oh, they're at some Wendy's. What are you doing at Wendy? And then
there was a line that maybe you maybe you didn't hear it, but there was a line earlier where Chib said to Jax, tell Tig to take Wendy home. Take her home. Wendy.
I don't remember it.
Yeah. So Tig was Jax said, make sure Tig takes Wendy home and then get him on the phone. Again, it's one of those
I wanted you to get the heroin.
So he wanted me to get the heroin, get the needle. So that when I said to Jax, and I kind of bought that Tig was really honest. He was going, why are you doing this? Why are you doing? We still don't know as an audience what he's going to do.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, what the fuck is going on?
Well, he's the real villain of the show.
And there goes, what did he say in this episode, Theo? That when you sit at the head of the table,
it corrupts.
It corrupts you, and you are a savage.
Yeah, you have to.
You're a savage. You can't escape it.
Yeah.
He's continuing. And so, what'd you think of that last scene, bro?
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
What
could have been a different way to do it? Here's why I don't like it. Things
sloppy. It was sloppy. It was weird.
Sloppy. Things also lose their luster. I know it's a different time, right? It's not that many years ago. But like, didn't he already do this to Ima? So she just have a pattern of like, what is he doing? So now I'm not saying if they wanted to listen, this is a TV show, they're outlaw bikers. Let's get past the murder, the drugs, the whole thing. But Wendy's the mother of his children.
Yeah.
Maybe I get it. I get the end scenes in TV shows. You're doing them for effect. You're doing them for, I got to watch the next one. But it also, I believe at this moment, you're starting to really lose any care for Jax. Why do I care about this guy?
See, that would be my bigger concern, because I know one of the reasons why we're doing it this way is to stop the Wendy line now. She was going to threaten to take the Irish. Everyone's going to hear about it. And so now we're going to stop that by not continuing that story, by putting a needle in her arm. She's on heroin. No one's going to believe her, and the audience will buy that. I get that. But Jax, whoa.
Right. It's the Jax thing where I'm like, this is our quote unquote hero or anti-hero, as we were all doing back then. And I know Tony Soprano did the same thing. And I know a lot of these television characters, I'd never really seen Breaking Bad, but I know they were like, they're anti-heroes. I get it. Vic Mackey on the show. I get it. But at the same time, who are we rooting for? We got to root for someone. Right? Who are we rooting for? And I think this is where the line started to get super blurred on this show of like, wait, who's my favorite? And you got Opie gone. You got a lot of people that you start to kind of go, I don't know if they're that good of a person. And you and I watching the show, the first thing I always say is I go, man, Gema was a really bad person. As a character, Gema Teller.
Yeah.
Jax Teller was a pretty bad person.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious if the audience seemed to love them despite this stuff.
And I just want to put a little icing on that cake and say that the next episode, which is the final episode in season 5,
can't wait.
There is something that Jax does that is truly heroic. And we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Good. I can't wait because we need some redemption. So I'm excited because I have no idea what happens. Here we go.
Rossi.
We're on our way.
Rossi. Yeah. Bro. We're almost at the end. One more. We got this merch going on with Caesar. Come on.
Standard print. We'll be tweeting out the links. We'll be putting out the links. Go get it. Get on it. If you're listening on YouTube, do the like thing. Come join the Patreon. Doesn't matter what membership you do. You're kind of going to get all the shows. You get to see these mugs. If you're in the RC tier, you got your greetings coming. I know a lot of people have been getting those. We're pretty hyped about those. And we got a Q&A coming up real soon. Like real soon.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Real soon. We got to tell Justin to set that up. And then we did theory last week. So we got a theory coming up next week.
Coming up.
Here we go.
Peace out.
Out of here.
Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
Love to the fam. See you, bro.
Yes.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bye-bye.